Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Schools Climate Summit, which is part of London Climate Action Week. I'm delighted to welcome you. My name is Malini Mhera, and I'm a co-chair of the London Climate Action Week Education Group. We are going to talk about communities in this session. We've had a couple of fantastic sessions earlier today on the 4 Cs and the 1F. We've had campus and curriculum, and we actually ended the curriculum session talking all about communities. So it seems that there's a real nice segue directly into this theme, which looks at the role that schools have as anchors in their local communities and how communities come together, collaborate on climate action and sustainability issues. So it's my pleasure to start with one of our host schools for the summit, with the City of London Academy, COLA. And I'm delighted to see you, Tess. You're going to speak on behalf of the school and why the summit is important to you. Thank you. Over to you.
Hi, Malini. Thank you for that introduction. I'm Tess at COLA now, so apologies if any of the bells goes off if you are in school. So at COLA, our purpose, the exploration of life, guides the education of our students through this transformative period of their lives. They are immersed in the best that all has yet to come before, to enable them to shape what will come next for themselves, but also in the wider world. Whilst we have the highest expectations of our students, academically, we know they want to thrive in the wider world, and our students are required to develop a set of skills and emotional intelligence that cannot be easily measured. So through the exploration of life is delivered in line with our values and through our 4 curriculum areas. Our values dictate how we act in the pursuit of our purpose, and our academy has a core value of integritas and 3 additional values of ambition, resilience, and duty. We're really aiming to try and be a more sustainable school, and we believe that sustainable schools are very important to give students an educational program, a physical place, an organizational culture to encourage the development of environmentally conscious global citizens. Students spend the majority of the day in the school building, especially like one of ours in London, we're in Bermondsey, during their most crucial development years. In this time of pivotal growth, schools must be a space for creative thinking, a source of inspiration, and a starting point for developing a sense of awareness and responsibility. The journey to that goal begins with educating students in a healthy and sustainable environment. Through this, and to push and help and support our students to do this, before the pandemic, pre the lockdown, we had a regular climate club, which had a huge impact of reducing litter, using pickers around the school. We stopped using single plastic bottles. We stopped serving them in the canteen. They were not possible to buy at school at all. Instead, we issued out every student with a reusable plastic bottle that they were able to fill up at several water fountains around the school. We established a meat-free Monday, vegan Monday, every Monday in the canteen, serving delicious meals without using meat. And we made sure to explain to students why this was and how this was climate appropriate. We issued recycling bins in every single classroom. We sat down with the canteen staff and helped send students to them to learn about what happens to the food waste. We started working with the local Gallywell primary school to help work with them and help teach the youngest generation the importance of how they can help and what they can do as well, and why it's important to be more climate conscious. We're also going to be working with them in the future on the allotments that we share outside of the school, and trying to sort of plant some fruit and veg and things like this. In our next step, we're going to be reviewing all of what we've done before, and we are moving the Climate Club as itself to a green society in line with other societies that we're establishing in the school. We'll set up a question and answer in the staff room for teachers' input. We're also holding our first climate cup trip in line with actually Sussex Green Living and their Youth Eco Forum as well, who wanted to get involved with taking young children to the countryside and to get more in touch with nature, to understand the value and importance of protecting our climate. We are also working towards, in our green society, trying to get our numbers up to the club, up to at least 17. We'll be chairing a president and a vice president, and we're trying to include students across all year groups so we can work towards getting our Eco School certification. And the climate summit really matters to us because we really want students, and the students really want to get involved as young people because they are becoming more climate conscious, and it's something at COLA that we really want to push. Young people have a distinctly unique state in the fight against climate change, and they're becoming more and more aware of this now. Sorry, I didn't think that would happen. Our decisions and actions over the next few years will shape the world we live in for the rest of our lives, not to mention that of the children and the young people. And it's such a monumental challenge, but one we cannot afford to shy away from. Young people around the world, and not just our students at COLA, are standing up to politicians and polluters and taking the future into their own hands. In our communities, our school, our countries and abroad, we have the tools to take action and stop the climate crisis. We're using them. So the youth will be the leaders of tomorrow, and we're trying to help them lead for today.